Hey folks, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to a new video. Hope you're all doing fine. You had to miss me for a couple days because I was extremely busy. There were some errands I need to run, some emergency stuff that I really need to take care of. So I also have been barely trading at least Bitcoin. We had some slow stair-stepping action higher. Yesterday, of course, the most important day of the week was FOMC rate cut 0.5%, so 50 basis points. And on the news itself, not a whole lot has happened. I was able to get in one good scalp trade on the future market, but not so much on Bitcoin. Have been charting some alts in the time that I had and taken some scalps in there. Nothing too much or to write home about. So today we are kind of starting fresh after being absent for a couple of days. Slowly but surely we are going higher right now. 62,350, that is the price for BTC. 62,350. I've just taken a short, not 100% sure if it's going to hold. We're looking here at the BTC to 4 hour. As you can see, we are reclaiming levels, nicely stair-stepping with that blue box. Let me zoom in to make sure that you can see it. Nice back test, reclaim here, point of control, back test higher. So there were some trades to make. Sometimes you did then need to have a pretty wide stop loss. If you were getting here, then officially need to have your stop loss here, so that's a pretty wide, 3.5–4%, not usually trade that I take. The same actually goes for this one right here. If you take this trade, you should have it somewhere very locally here, or better yet underneath this low. Also, so far we have not seen a lot of liquidity grabs in the last couple of days, so more kind of stair stepping higher. That was kind of the play to take. Like I said, I am in a scalp long right now. We have this level right here, that is a high, and that could then end up in a SR level, support and resistance. And the nice thing about it is that if we are zooming out, and we're now zooming out here on the daily, we still have that kind of broadening wedge. But if I would pull a nice channel, let me see, that is here, from these two lows to that high, and I need to extend it real quick, then you can see that we are right now bumping against the top trend line of that channel. So you have one touch point, here you have a touch point, here you have a touch point, and this is then your touch point. So that's actually a nice confluence. And of course at the SR level, and on a very small time frame, if I now zoom in here on the 12-minute, then you can also see that yeah, it kind of is a bit of a liquidity grab of this very local high. So there's this high right here that we created earlier today, going higher, hitting here that green line, that is the channel that I just showed you, the SR level, SFP, and now lower. So I took a short. Also had bearish divergence here on the 12-minute, pretty much every time frame. 15 minutes you can see, 25-minute, 30-minute. The only thing is that some of these time frames we are still pretty bullish when it comes down to the money flow. So not so sure if this is going to hold, but so far I am in the short. Stop loss is above the high. Let's see how far we can ride it out. It will not take any profits until we have reached these local lows here. So that's here now in the 5-minute. Some of these local lows, there's also daily open. I want to see us go there. First, then now let's zoom in here on the, or zoom in, zoom out, depending on how you look at it, the 4 hour. And we had this kind of big SR box, support and resistance box, that we already tapped once, twice, 3 times, and we kind of had this deviation falling again. And then this is now our first new attempt after being under that box already for a while. So this in itself could be a short, and then we could be trading lower. If we get another wick up, and I'm getting stopped out, but it is an SFP of this current level, I am again going to try to take the short, just because it is such a crucial level. If we are going lower and you're not in a long yet, then I would take it very locally. The reason for that is that because we're also having some slow stair step action higher. So if we are just going higher and higher and higher, I do not suddenly expect this to do this in 1 or 2 days and then to go higher. So I expect then something like this again, as we have already done. So therefore the action, the price action, stays relatively strong. How can we determine an entry? We can of course use a FIB retracement. With that, by the way, being said, on the side note, I am not in a long yet, but I am looking to get into a trade. Let's see what the 0.5 gives us. Yeah, so actually this is pretty nice, because if I now zoom in on the 1 hour, then you can see actually that this local price action right here, you have some tops and you have the golden pocket. So if for the next couple hours we can come down, this area right here, 60,500, can be a very nice long area. That's this. And then I will put my stop loss underneath the local low, and I will target new highs, and yeah, most likely we're then going to take out that high and march higher if we do not get a local SFP in the next hour or two. So in case we are doing this, I am not looking for another rejection here. I am then looking for price to go higher. If we first take another move up, then I think that this can only be a scalp to somewhere here, and then to go eventually lower. So whatever comes first is important. If we first go higher, this is probably a scalp. If we're now going lower, we are probably going to take out the highs. And if we are going to reject, then I want to see it in the key level, but for now I'm not planning on it. Would we go even lower than that? Then of course an SFP, local SFP of these lows right here actually would be very nice. If I pull the fib retracement then even lower, then you can also see that also that kind of lines up with that golden pocket 78.6, that whole area. That would be also a very nice long trade. That starts an off from 59,300 to 58,300 to 58,600. I can go much deeper and we can talk about all these levels here, but for now actually I do not think that's very necessary, because price action is just slowly marching higher. So I will only trade it very locally here in the last 2 days of the week. Other than that, do we still have a short trade? Yes. Would we break out here? Actually the only short that I'm looking for is a short from these highs right here, because this is just pure liquidity slowly rolling over. So actually I want to see the highest high being taken out. That is 65. 65k is then the local short. I have seen a lot of traders or people talking about somewhere between 62 and 65. For me personally, that's way too big of a range to look for a short, because yeah, if you then look for a short around that level, you are talking about also almost a 5% range. That's ridiculous, having a 5% stop loss. Yeah, I would really want to have it all the way from the highs before I'm going lower. If for whatever reason we are getting just some choppy sideways action, we're doing really this, yay, and eventually we are really creating a range underneath that ultimate top that I just marked here, underneath that 65, then eventually I could look for a short. But for now I am not looking for any shorts here at 63, 64 ish, unless we are really making a clear range, and that range needs to take up at least hours and hours and hours, probably half a day before I'm interested. If we're just going there a little bit and then going down, I'm not interested in taking a trade, because eventually I think that's just done a higher low, and then eventually we're going to take it out. So really we need to form a range from the area above 62 something up to 64 before I'm trading it. If else I'm only looking at 65k. If anything happens in between, I will update you on Twitter. Also there I have not been so active in the last couple of days because I was so busy. But if I see something, I will absolutely update you. Also if I take any alt trades, and maybe on the S&P 500, and I will try to do a live stream again tomorrow. That will be it for now. That will be it for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in again. See you very soon in the next one. Bye bye.